Welcome to MS class. Today we will discuss some properties of determinant. It's important properties. With the help of this, we will solve the problems. Okay. Let's see the properties. What are the properties? First property: the value of the determinant. The value of the determinant remains unchanged. If the rows are changed into columns and vice versa. Rows are into columns and columns into rows. As for example, see, this is the determinant a1, b1, c1, a2, b2, c2, a3, b3, c3. This is the determinant. Okay. So row 1 is a1, b1, c1, row 2 is a2, b2, c2, row 3 is a3, b3, c3. Now if we change the rows, row 1, the first row into first column, second row into second column, third row into third column, then there will be no change of the values of the determinant. That means they are same. Okay, is equal to what we can write: a1, a2, a3, then b1, b2, b3, c1, c2, c3. Now see, this column is changes to this rows. Okay, this column I have written in this rows, then this column I have written in these rows, and the first column I have written in first rows. So column into rows, or you can say rows into columns. So there is no change of the values. Values of the determinant will remain same. Okay, whatever the values we are getting here, same values will get here. If we get here values 10, here also will get 10. Okay, clear? Next property, what is the next property? See, if two adjacent rows and columns, either rows or columns, two adjacent rows or columns of a determinant are interchanged, then the values of the determinant so obtained. So whatever the values will get of the determinant so obtained is the negative of the value of the original determinant. Okay, we will get the negative value of the original determinant. That means what? What we can say? a1, b1, c1, a2, b2, c2, a3, b3, c3. Now any two adjacent rows or any two columns. Suppose this is the first row and first column and second column. We are talking about the first column and second column. If we interchange, then what will get? b1, b2, b3, then a1, a2, a3, c1, c2, c. We are interchanging that is interchanging c1 and c2. This interchange, we have interchanged this one. Then what will happen? This whatever we will get this value, and this value will be same, but the sign will be changed. If it is positive, then it is negative. So minus this. Okay. Again, if we change, suppose if these two change, then it will again minus plus it will come. So be careful in this case. So if we interchange any two adjacent rows or columns, okay, then the values of the determinant so obtained, whatever the determinant we get, resultant determinant, the values of this determinant will be the negative of the original determinant. This is the original determinant, so it's negative. So, okay, clear? Next property, property number 3. If two rows or columns, either two rows or columns, any two rows or any columns of a determinant are identical. Identical means same. Then its values is 0. So suppose a1, b1, a1, C1, A2, A2, C2, A3, A3, C3. So here what do you get? This column and this column are same. A1, A2, A3, A1, A2, A3, identical, they are same. Okay, identical means same. That time what is the value of determinant? This is 0. So if sometimes the questions ask that 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, minus 1, what is the value of the determinant? Directly you can write the value of the determinant is 0 because these two are identical. Okay. So if we know the properties, then we can easily find out the values, and if we don't know, then we have to expand it, and after that we have to do it. Clear? Clear? Next property, property number 4. If each element of a row or column of a determinant is multiplied by a constant k is any constant, then the value of the new determinant is k times the value of the original determinant. Suppose the determinant is that A1, B1, C1, A2, B2, C2, A3, B3, C3. This is a determinant, and this is the original determinant. Okay. Now, if you multiply any rows or any columns by k, then delta 1, k A1, k B1, k C1, A2, B2, C2, A3, B3, C3. We are multiplying this. Multiply this one by k. Then what will get? K times of the values of the original determinant, that is k into what will get? A1, B1, C1, A2, B2, C2, A3, B3, C3, and this is nothing but what? K in the original determinant, this original determinant. Okay. So k times of the original determinant. If everything is multiplied by k, this is k, this is also k, any rows or any columns, ultimate is what? We can take the common. But in case of matrix, each and every elements of matrix is multiplied by k, then k can take common. But here, if any one rows or any one columns multiplied by any constant, that constant we can take common. This is the difference between matrix and determinant. Okay. If two rows of a determinant are proportional, then the value of it is 0. Value of it is 0. Okay. Two rows or columns of a determinant are proportional. Proportional means what? Multiple of something. Suppose determinant is equal to A1, K1, B1, A2, K2, B2, A3, Ka3, B3. That means column 1 and column 2 are proportional. The ratios are same. C1 is to C2, if you find out 1 is to K, 1 is to K, 1 is to K, the ratios are same. And with the help of this property, what we can say? If each elements of any rows or columns is multiplied by k, then the determinant is, then what? Then the value of the new determinant is k times of the value of the original determinant. So this multiplied by k, so we can take k common. So if we take k common, what will get? A1, A1, B1, A2, A2, B2, A3, A3, B3. Now again see, here what we get? These two columns are identical. These two columns are identical. That means what? Value of the determinant is 0. So k into 0 is 0. Ultimate is what? If any two rows or any two columns of a determinant are proportional, then what is the value of the determinant? Value of the determinant is 0. As for example, if we can take, this is suppose 2, 5, 7, 4, 10, 14, 3, 2, 9. So what will be the value of the determinant? This the column 1 and this column 2 are proportional, that is column 2 is multiple of column 1. The 2 to the 4, 5 to the 10, 7 to the 14, or we can say from here we can take common 2 If we take 2 common, then what will get? 2, 2, 5, 5, 7, 4, 7. So identical. So better to see this property, property number 5. If these are proportional, then directly we will write 0. This is the answer. So no need to expand it. Directly we can write 0. So the properties are so important. Okay. Next, property number 6. See the property number 6. What is the property? If each element of a row or column of a determinant is the sum of 2 or more terms, okay, 2 or more terms, then the determinant can be expressed as the sum of 2 or more determinant. That means what? Determinant A, B, C, D, E, F, G plus X, H plus Y, K plus Z. So this third rows is sum of 2 terms, G plus X, H plus Y, K plus Z. So this can be written as sum of 2 determinant. So first row, second row will be as usual A, B, C, D, E, F, and the third row, what will write? First element will write H, G, H, K. Then if it is plus plus, whatever it is, we will always write plus and sign will come inside. Okay. A, B, C, first row and second row will be same, D, E, F, and here what will write? The second terms. What are the second terms? X, Y, Z. So in this we can express. Okay. Next, property number 7. If element of a row or column of a determinant is multiplied by any constant k and then added to the corresponding elements of some other rows or columns, then the value of the determinant remains same. That means what? Suppose determinant A is equal to A, B, C, P, Q, R, X, Y, Z. Okay. Now if we multiply any rows or any columns by any constant and added to the elements of other rows or columns, then the value of the determinant will be remains same. That means see A, B, C, P, Q, R. If I write here X plus Ka, Y plus Kb, Z plus Kc, then there is no changes of the determinant, they will be remain same. Why they will be remain same? As because see, if we expand it, this if we expand it, okay, what will get? A, B, C, P, Q, R. With the help of this property, X, Y, Z plus here A, B, C, P, Q, R, Ka, Kb, Kc, and ultimate is what? This value is nothing but what? 0. Why? These two are proportional, so this will become 0. So nothing but this same original determinant is coming. So if we apply this one, there is no changes of the values of the determinant. The values of the determinant will remain same. Okay. Next property, if each element of a row and column of a determinant is 0, then its value is 0. That means if we get 0, 0, 0, A, B, C, D, E, F, the values is 0. Okay. Any rows or any columns, each elements of any rows and any columns is 0, then the value of the determinant is 0. Property number 9. If the elements of determinant that involve x are polynomials in x, and if the determinant is 0, value of the determinant is 0, then when A is substitute 4x. Suppose the determinant is involving x, and if we put x is equal to a, then we will get the value of the determinant is 0. That time what will get? What will say? X minus a is the factor of the determinant. Okay. Suppose example C, 2, 4, 6, x minus 4, x minus 6, x minus 2, then x 5, 7, 8. This is one example. If we put x is equal to 2, okay, x is equal to 6, if we put x is equal to 6, what will get the determinant? 2, 4, 6, again x is equal to 6, so 6 minus 4 is 2, 6 minus 2 is 4, x is equal to 6, 5, 7, 8. So these two are identical, these two rows are identical, so value of the determinant is 0. For what the value of the determinant is 0? For x is equal to 6. This is a determinant involving x, okay, and we are getting the value of the determinant is 0 when x is equal to 6. That means what we can say? X minus 6 is a factor of delta x, this determinant. X minus 6 is a factor of this determinant. Okay. Important note, keep in mind, we will get this, we will use this one. C1, C means columns, R means row. C1 tends to C1 minus C2. What do you mean by these things? That means whatever the subtracting second column from first column, what is the result will come, that result we have to write in C1 in columns, first column. Okay. Just example we are taking, you can apply anywhere as per the required of the problem. R1 tends to R1 minus R2 means what? Subtracting second row from first row and write in the first row. Okay. The symbol we will use to solve the problem. So I hope all of you understand. If any doubt, let me know. I will try to my best to clear a concept. Thank you. Have a nice day.